You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 18th of April. India slams Pakistan over Kashmir remarks, calls Islamabad epicenter of global terrorism. Russia removes Afghan Taliban from list of banned terrorist groups. And Nepal parliamentary panel finds millions embezzled in China-funded airport construction. And now for all the details. A day after Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir repeated anti-India rhetoric and made references to the Indian region of Jammu and Kashmir, New Delhi has slammed Munir's remarks. The Army Chief, during an event this week, had described Kashmir as Pakistan's jugular vein and went on to glorify the partition's two-nation theory. Slamming his rhetoric, India's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said, "How can Munir term anything foreign to Pakistan as their jugular vein?" He added Kashmir is the union territory of India. Jaiswal further said the only relation the region has with Pakistan is being illegally occupied by them and that Islamabad must vacate the occupied territories.
How can anything foreign be there in a jugular vein? This is a union territory of India. Its only relationship with Pakistan is the vacation of illegally occupied territories by that country.
Meanwhile, responding to Pakistan's denial of any link to Pakistani origin Canadian citizen Tahawwur Rana, recently extradited from the US, Jaiswal said Pakistan's attempts to distance itself won't erase its image as the epicenter of global terrorism. He stressed that Rana's extradition is a reminder for Pakistan to act against other 26/11 perpetrators it continues to shield. Jaiswal's remarks came in response to his Pakistani counterpart Shafqat Ali Khan's comments on Rana following his extradition. Khan said the extradited fugitive did not apply for renewal of his Pakistani origin documents, which was seen as an attempt by Islamabad to sever its responsibility or any connection with 2008 Mumbai attacks. Moving on, as India scores major win in its global crackdown on fugitives, from Mehul Choksi's arrest in Belgium to Tahawwur Rana's extradition from the US. These landmark moves reflect India's growing diplomatic clout and commitment to bringing economic offenders and terror accused to justice. We have a report. Two fugitives, two continents, two wins for India. India scored major victories in its global pursuit of justice with the extradition of Tahawwur Rana from the US and the arrest of Mehul Choksi in Belgium. These developments underscore India's unwavering commitment to bringing fugitives to justice, no matter where they are. Why this matters, ANI explains. Mehul Choksi's arrest in Belgium is a major diplomatic victory for India in its pursuit of economic offenders. Accused in the $1.56 billion Punjab National Bank scam, Choksi had fled India in 2018, gaining Antiguan citizenship before relocating to Belgium. His detention, following India's sustained diplomatic and legal efforts, highlights growing global cooperation against financial fugitives.
देखिए, मोदी जी ने जो पहले ही कहा कि गरीबों का पैसा जिन जिन लोगों ने खाया है उसको वापस करना होगा, और देश में सभी के खिलाफ कार्रवाई चल रहा है। मेहुल चोक्सी पकड़ा गया है, निश्चित तौर से एक बहुत बड़ी सफलता है।
With an extradition request underway, the move reinforces the credibility of Indian agencies and sends a strong message. Economic offenders cannot evade justice by fleeing abroad.
Certainly is a very, very welcome development that Mehul Choksi has been arrested provisionally by the Belgian authorities on India's request. It is a diplomatic victory. It is a victory for our legal teams who've been working on this along with our foreign office, etc.
On the other hand, The extradition of Tahawwur Rana from the US is also a significant diplomatic win for India, underscoring the strengthening of India-US strategic ties. As a key accused in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, Rana had sought refuge in the US. His extradition is a crucial step in delivering justice for the 2611 victims and highlights growing cooperation between the two nations on counter-terrorism.
Today I'm pleased to announce that my administration has approved the extradition of one of the plotters and one of the very evil people of the world, and having to do with the horrific 2008 Mumbai terrorist attack, to face justice in India. So he's going to be going back to India.
This move emphasizes the shared commitment to combating global terrorism and reinforces the principles that fugitives cannot escape justice.
मैं समझती हूँ कि ये तहव्वुर राना के एक्स्ट्रेडिशन एक बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण है कि अमेरिका और भारत कैसे सहयोग कर रहे हैं आतंकवादी के खिलाफ, और हम समझते हैं कि वो जो मुंबई में हुआ 11-26 तारीख को वो एक बहुत खौफनाक हमला था, और तहव्वुर राना न्याय का सामना करना चाहिए.
India is actively pursuing the extradition of several high-profile fugitives involved in financial frauds. Vijay Mallya remains in the UK, contesting extradition despite losing an appeal against a bankruptcy order. Nirav Modi is imprisoned in the UK, awaiting extradition, while Lalit Modi remains in the UK with extradition efforts ongoing. Mehul Choksi's extradition from Belgium may be complicated by EU legal protections for citizens. However, the extradition of Tahawwur Rana and Choksi's arrest marks a new era in India's global legal diplomacy, combining legal rigor, strategic pressure, and international trust. Moving on, thousands of Afghan refugees are being forced to leave Pakistan, returning to a homeland many have never known. Among them, two brothers now face an uncertain future in Afghanistan after spending their entire lives in Pakistan. Take a look.
Facing a government crackdown, many undocumented Afghan refugees in Pakistan are being forced to return to a country they've never known. Islamabad had warned all Afghans without legal status or holding only Afghan citizen cards to leave voluntarily or face deportation. Among them is Mir Ali, born and raised in Murree, Pakistan, with no legal Pakistani identity. At the Torkham border, he hesitated to cross into Afghanistan, a nation unfamiliar to him. His brother, Asal Mir, who spent all 40 years of his life in Pakistan, shared the pain of leaving the only home he's ever known. Over 63,000 Afghans have returned from Pakistan in the first 12 days of April alone, according to a UNHCR and IOM report, citing fear of arrest as the main reason. Despite building lives and families in Pakistan, refugees like the Mir brothers now face an uncertain future in an economically and politically fragile Afghanistan.
मुझे मर गए उससे जल्दी मरी पाकिस्तान के वो बस आगे जाना मुंगा रालू पोइशो मुंगा वो चखपल वतन आबाद को जो ज़ुकम और मतलब पनोर खालकों के और दुमरा वतन के वक्त रहो आखिर सर्वे 50 काला मतलब तेरे कड़ी माखो पैदाइश मलता है वो बिया नेशनलिटी मल्टी नजर आकड़ी हो बस जा खैर पैदा के बेम खैरी मुंग बिया रालू वक्त वतन था
नो सालों 50 सालों से कालोना कालता करा था वो नो बस दागा गोशो चे दागा अफगानियान बजे नो नहीं वाला करा दागा करे चे तो बदिन दे चाहे वो खया वो बाद वो बस दागा खबर ख्वान रहना को नो बस मैं चेहरा दादुमा खलक चेहरा वांदे नो जमजम अखबल वतन था.
Islamabad has cited security concerns, blaming Afghan nationals for past militant attacks and crimes as justification for the expulsions. Kabul has rejected the claims, calling the move a forced deportation. Now in Afghanistan, the Mir brothers face an uncertain future, clinging only to hope.
जमा हवाला मुंग होदलता समन लरू वो बस हुकूमत समंग प्रोग्राम उस वाला काबल के दे वो हुकूमत वाला दे गाड़ी रहते हैं वो ले दे कराया मराया अर्स दे हुकूमत ने वो खबर अदा करता चे मुंग सब मुंग सरा नश्ता خو موږ دا وایو چې به حکومت سره چې موږ سره تعاون وکړي چې به موږ سره منځکه راکړي موږ ته کورونه راکړي کورونه لا موږ له روزګار راکړي.
Russia has officially lifted its 2-decade ban on the Taliban, previously designated a terrorist group in 2003. The move signals Moscow's intent to normalize ties with Afghanistan's rulers, despite the Taliban still lacking international recognition. State media said the Supreme Court on Thursday lifted the ban with immediate effect. Citing shared concerns over terrorism and drug trafficking, Russia's foreign ministry said it wants to build stronger security, trade and investment links with Kabul. The shift comes amid threats from Islamic State Khorasan, which US officials say was behind the March 2024 attack at a concert hall in Moscow that killed 145 people. The Taliban says it is working to wipe out the presence of Islamic State in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, Western diplomats say the Taliban's path towards wider international recognition is blocked until it changes course on women's rights. The Taliban has closed high schools and universities to girls and women and placed restrictions on their movement without a male guardian. Bangladesh is seeking a formal apology for the atrocities committed by Pakistan during the 1971 and the repayment of money Islamabad owed to Dhaka, as both countries held the first Foreign Office consultation in 15 years. Addressing the reporters following the meeting with his Pakistani counterpart Amna Baloch in Dhaka, Bangladesh Foreign Secretary Mohammad Jasim Uddin said during the meeting, Bangladesh raised the historically unresolved issues with the visiting delegation. The issues discussed included repatriation of around 300,000 stranded Pakistanis, equitable distribution of undivided assets worth $4.5 billion, transfer of foreign aid funds sent for the victims of the 1970 cyclone, and a formal public apology for the genocide committed by the then Pakistani military in 1971. The Bangladeshi officials said this is the right time to settle the historical unsettled issues. The talks precede the visit of Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar that comes after a thaw in relations after the ouster of Sheikh Hasina, who was considered a close ally of India. Once East Pakistan, Bangladesh had gained independence from Pakistan with assistance from India after a deadly liberation war. Moving on. A Nepali parliamentary panel has alleged $103.7 million were embezzled during the construction of the pricey Pokhara International Airport made with the assistance of Chinese-backed loan. The sub-panel of the House of Representatives Public Accounts Committee, following a 10-month probe, confirmed corruption and claimed the actual figure could be even higher, accusing the Finance Ministry of withholding documents. We are sure that the construction of Pokhara International Airport is one of the largest corruption scandal in Nepali history, a member of the panel said to ANI. Dubbed as white elephant in the preliminary stage, the Pokhara International Airport saw China CAMC Engineering, the construction division of state-owned conglomerate Cinemac, playing a pivotal role in the construction. While the project was estimated to cost $103.7 million, but expenses later increased to $163 million. The airport has not seen frequent international flights, except for rare chartered Chinese flights. Its association with Chinese BRI project has also made it difficult to attract international flights, especially from Indian Airlines, as New Delhi opposes the BRI initiative, citing infringement on its sovereign territory. And Sri Lanka's Catholic Church is set to declare those who died in the Easter bomb attacks in churches 6 years ago as heroes of faith on April 21st. Director Communications Catholic Church Father Jude Cristana said Archbishop of Colombo, Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit, will read out the announcement. Heroes of faith is a term used by the Catholic Church to refer to those who sacrifice their lives for what they believe. The Cardinal will also reportedly announce the Church's stand on what action the government had taken so far on finding out the truth behind the Easter Sunday attacks. The Cardinal has previously criticized successive governments for inaction and concealing the facts. The blasts, claimed by militant group Islamic State, targeted 3 churches and 3 luxury hotels, killing more than 260 people, including dozens of foreigners, shocking the country and shattering a decade of relative peace after the end of a 25-year civil war. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.